that the nominee for Deputy President has been duly voted by the House and approved. Approval is not applicable here. Has been voted by the House and therefore will transmit to the appointing authority to proceed with the appointment. He is now Deputy President-elect.
Yes, it is now very clear that Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki is not going to be the Deputy President of Kenya. Even if the impeachment motion is upheld by the courts, Kithure Kindiki does not have a chance of becoming the Deputy President of Kenya. And if you put away your feelings in this video, I'm going to point out why he's not going to be the Deputy President and give you 3 reasons. Okay? We all know that the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was impeached. If away from the feelings, if you saw the impeachment procedure, you clearly see that Gachagua won. It was just a mob which wanted him off the Deputy President position. But even after that, Kindiki is not going to be the president. One of the reasons as to why he's going to be the president, and I'm going to give various reasons as to why he's not going to be the president, but the first reason is Gachagua got conservatory orders from the court barring Professor Kithure Kindiki from taking over this position. In a conservatory order issued by the High Court, you clearly see that citation regarding Gachagua versus State Law Office and Senate and 3 others order court document. The matter coming up for direction on notice of motion and petition, both dated 18th October, before Honorable Justice Muita, and upon considering the pleadings supporting affidavits and attachments, I'm satisfied that the petition and application raise monumental constitutional issues touching not only at heart functioning constitution, but also its fundamental tenets of the rule of law and human rights. It is a very long document, but if you go on paragraph 3, it says that in the meantime, due to the issues raised in the petition and application and the urgency demonstrated, conservatory orders is hereby issued, staying implementation of the resolution by the Senate upholding the impeachment charges against the petition, the Deputy President of Kenya, including appointment of his replacement, until 24th October 2024, when the matter will be mentioned before the bench to be appointed by the Chief Justice for appropriate orders and action, given under my hand and seal of a Honorable Court this 18th day, October 2024. That is the order from the High Court that is barring Kithure Kindiki from getting into the office. But even away from that, in this video, I'm going to give you various reasons as to why Kithure Kindiki is not going to be the Deputy President, at least in this tenure. And I'm going to open up your eyes to see that this state is doing wrong. In fact, William Ruto, when he was in the opposition, he came out to call out state officers who abused the constitution, but he's abusing it. As the order is coming out, we know there is a preparation of swearing in Kithure Kindiki, yet they have seen the order. And I think the Chief Justice will not permit that. So in this episode, I've come to give you the reason as to why Kithure Kindiki is not going to be the Deputy President. Okay? But most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So we all know Kithure Kindiki has always been at the forefront of becoming the Deputy President of William Ruto, because he has had a history of William Ruto. In fact, towards the leader for 2020 generation, most people picked Kithure Kindiki. But When William Ruto made some calculations, he saw it fit for Gachagua, because I did a video telling you why Kithure Kindiki would not have managed to bring such a magnitude of votes to William Ruto, because it comes from the minority from within Mountain Kenya. Not that he's not capable, but politics in Kenya is tribal. In fact, every leader who comes out to speak national is lying to you. Politics in Kenya is tribal. It will take for a long time to Akisi to become president because they don't have numbers. It will take a long time, okay, for Malagoris to become president because they don't have numbers. That's the fact. So, the first reason as to why I think Kithure Kindiki is not going to be the deputy president, one, for a person to be eligible to be the deputy president of Kenya, he or she should not have held a state job for 3 months. Remember, even if you're going to be nominated in the presidential election, you don't need to be a public office. And remember, Kithure Kindiki is a cabinet secretary for Interior. That means he cannot be nominated right now to become the deputy president unless he would have resigned 3 months back for him to be in that position. So even if the parliament passed it, I now complaint be lodged in the constitutional court, in the courts of law, and it will be bad. Is the reason as to why I gave out the reason as to why I think that one of the person who would have the chances is Kimani Ichung'wah, because the state office is not allowed to hold a political office, he must resign. It's the reason as why when you want to run for any political office, you resign 3 months prior. So William Ruto cannot have appointed Kithure Kindiki when he has not resigned for 3 months. In the Constitution of Kenya, you clearly pointed out that a person cannot be nominated for presidency if, okay, is a public service. And it went out to point out that unless this provision does not catch president, deputy president, and member of parliament, so that opens up a leeway for Kimani Ichung'wah. But as it stands right now, Kithure Kindiki cannot be nominated to become the deputy president because he's a still public servant. I don't know how the state counted this. That's why when you usually do something in panic, when you usually do something which is not of great use, when you are persecuting someone, God normally sides with that person. The way things are unfolding regarding Gachagua is being helped by God. That's why Kithure Kindiki is not going to retain the office, because of, first, the order which was given out, but two, is a public officer who cannot be nominated to a government job. He needs to have resigned 3 years back. Okay? Even away from that, Speaker Wetangula, the National Assembly made a lot of mistakes. Even with the lawyers, the National Assembly passed Kithure Kindiki. President nominated him and they passed 233 members of parliament voted for him. Okay? They voted for him. Yet they have lawyers who would have told them that a public servant officer cannot be nominated to become the deputy president. They would have known that. And that is a long time. 3 months is a long time. At least if it wasn't 3 months, the government would have maybe forged a resignation letter which is dated backwards. But barely a few weeks back, okay, Kindiki was in parliament talking about the demonstration which were done. So even the government itself cannot forge a letter of resignation 3 months back. Okay? To show you that even parliament was incompetent in interrogating Kithure Kindiki. You know, our National Assembly stooped too low to pass 11 resolutions, which by the way are cut to 5 fake resolutions to impeach the deputy president. And they are now passing Kithure Kindiki after that constitutional restraint. To show you that they passed it, here is the tape when Moses Wetangula was announcing it. Here is the tape.
The vote on the nomination of Professor Kithure Kindiki to fill the vacancy in the office of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya is as follows. Abstentions, nil. Noes, nil. Ayes, 236. Present and voting, as we had advised you earlier, the vote is overwhelmingly yes. So the nomination is herewith declared passed by the House, and the Speaker will transmit the results to the President, and the Speaker will also sign a Gazette notice to this effect, that the nominee for Deputy President has been duly voted by the House and approved. Approval is not applicable here, has been voted by the House and therefore will transmit to the appointing authority to proceed with the appointment. He is now Deputy President-elect.
So that is Wetangula announcing Kithure Kindiki that is the Deputy President-elect, forgetting that there are some constitutional restraints, but because they want something passed, they want something pushed through the throats of Kenyans, that's why they are doing such things. It is so unfortunate that the regime that came out to talk ill against the constitutional abuses, it is itself doing the same things, even worse. Because even at the lowest, when Uhuru Kenyatta never wanted RUTO, he never attempted to impeach him. But RUTO is coming out to impeach his deputy, who worked so hard for this government. So you clearly see the reason as to why Kithure Kindiki is not going to be the deputy president. One, even if the courts come out to uphold the impeachment motion, is a public officer who would not have resigned 3 months back. Maybe he would first resign, then take up the position after 3 months. But remember, in the constitution, the deputy president must be picked in less than 60 days. That means he cannot take the 90 days. It means he won't be the deputy president. That's why I'm saying, in the most unlikely event, the next person there, I think it will be Kimani Ichung'wah. But even away from that, it is most likely that the courts are going to throw out this impeachment motion and Rigathi Gachagua is going to be the deputy president till this term ends, because he's ready to fight, and we all saw what happened in the Senate and the National Assembly. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.